Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. Today we are looking at Sheena, issue 4. This is, of course, the Sheena Queen of the Jungle series from Dynamite. This is written by Marguerite Bennett and Christina Trujillo, but the artists have changed. Now we have art by Maria Sanapo and Mario Torrisi, colored by Cici de la Cruz, letters by Thomas Napolitano. Now we pick up kind of where we left off with these monsters coming after Sheena and Chano. And the monsters look completely different than they did before. They're not these blue Tron type monsters anymore. Now they look like emaciated, zombified. Sheena and Chano have a fairly interesting fight scene. Chano's a little less useless than usual. And Sheena stabs one of them with her knife. And her knife was passed down from the first people. And it has this like glowy color and makes blue light come out of their faces. So it's some sort of blessed or mystical type weapon. Well, to get away, they have to go out through the Death Blossoms, and they make their way back to the village, but the strip mining camp has uncovered something of like a sarcophagus. And back at camp, at the village, there's a bunch of armed guys there ready to wipe out the tribe, and they shoot a panther for no apparent reason, and they start to fight, but Sheena stops it and says, look, I can offer you something better. Your surveyor guy is dead. And they're like, well, you know, that doesn't matter anymore. She's like, no, I can make you rich. There's loot at the temple. And she leads them back to where the mining camp is, and the mining camp is suddenly attacked by one of the zombie things, and they kill a guard and start chewing on him. And just then, they realize that Sheena wasn't kidding, because she had warned them kind of about that. They realize there is a mutual enemy here, and then she's like, we need to stop this before any more of them show up. Then they start flooding out of the hole where the camp was, or the mining equipment was. All in all, the story is definitely a little better. It is improving. And the art is completely different, but it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. It took me a minute to adjust to it. I think Chano still looks stupid, but overall not too bad. The zombies weren't quite as cool looking. I liked them better when they were like this bluish ghouls as opposed to like just standard zombie fare. So now they're green instead of blue, whatever. That's not a big deal. But the story's pretty good. Sheena looks pretty hot. So a lot of the guards look kind of the same, so it's kind of hard to tell them apart. But overall, it's not a bad story. It's pretty decent book. I have the cosplay cover because Ashley Dude's hot, and I like that. Otherwise, yeah, there's a bunch of ads in the back. That was kind of annoying because they're a bunch of full-page ads. Overall, not a bad book. I thought it was pretty good. I'd recommend it. It wasn't spectacular, but if you're looking for a decent read, there's still a little too much talking, but the action did pick up in this issue. I'm looking forward to reading issue 5. We should have that up next week around the same time. So be sure and come back for that one, or come back for some of our other videos. In the meantime, that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel, and we hope to see you on the next episode.